What's good, YouTube? Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the Pick Dodger badge in NBA 2K25. So, Pick Dodger returning badge this year just improves a player's ability to navigate through screens effectively on defense. So in this case, I took Kawhi, just kind of the standard build of what you'll see most locks in the Park Rec Pro-Am, whatever it is you play around, and edited him to have Pick Dodger on bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and legend based on the attribute thresholds you would need in the builder. So for bronze, he has 73 perimeter and 71 agility. Silver, he has 83 perimeter defense and 75 agility. Gold, 90 perimeter and 79 agility. Hall of Fame, 97 perimeter and 85 agility. And legend, 99 perimeter and 92 agility. And as always, to kick it off, we're going to start off with Kawhi with no Pick Dodger, just under the bronze threshold. So he'll have 72 perimeter and 70 agility. Just to kind of give us a baseline. And the way we're going to test this is going to be against gold brick wall. Again, just around where I think the average center will have in the park is gold brick wall, where you'll be able to increase the effectiveness of screens and drains energy from opponents on physical contact. So it's just the counter to Pick Dodger. The requirements for that gold brick wall is that you need 91 strength. So again, just around where I think most centers you see will have around gold. So we're going to test it against gold brick wall. And I am actually going to use Curry to run around the screen. So the way I want to test it is I'm going to have Kawhi on my body and call the screen, run that way towards the screen and try to shoot a three off and see what the contest is to see how good he gets around the screen. Again, we're not going to be going off if I make the shot or not. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to look at the contest. So then we know basically how effective the Pick Dodger badge was in getting a higher contest on my shot or navigating through that screen. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys. So just to reiterate, we're starting off with Kawhi with no Pick Dodger, just under those bronze thresholds he would need. So he's at a 72 perimeter and 70 agility. And again, we're testing this against my center here on the Warriors, who I gave gold brick wall. Jackson Davis. Not familiar with him, but that's who I gave him 91 strength with the gold brick wall. A couple other things to just keep in mind is that this test is on Hall of Fame, like all others. Not that it really matters for this one, but I am on high risk, high reward shooting, and that all of Kawhi's other badges have been removed. So don't have to worry about the effect of any other defensive badge, just Pick Dodger. Same goes for this center, Jackson here. Took off everything from him besides gold brick wall. So yeah. Let's see what our first one here looks like. So Kawhi's on my body. We're just gonna use the screen to stop and shoot. And that's going to be a win for Curry because it said open. So that's kind of how we're gonna do it. If he's able to contest me through the screen, it'll be a win for Kawhi. All right, guys, so that's the way we're gonna do it. Just gonna let Kawhi go through the screen and see if he can contest me or not. So it's 0 for 1 right now. See our second one here. And I get another open shot there. So Kawhi is going to be 0 for 2. Again, this is what I think a realistic way to test it will be, is that you're going to have a center setting a screen for the guard who's looking for the three. And the lock, in this case, Kawhi is going to have to try to navigate through the screen to contest me. So he's 0 for 2. We had to start off with 2 opens. And again, another open shot. So Kawhi is 0 for 3. Again, another reason I'm using Curry, because he's kind of like the model guard size you'll see, and he has a quick jump shot similar to what you'll see in the park. So yeah, Kawhi's gonna have to navigate through these screens pretty quick to contest them. 0 for 3. That time is wide open, so Kawhi is 0 for 4, and he is getting absolutely clipped without Pick Dodger. So it looks like you're gonna want Pick Dodger on something, guys, to get through this gold brick wall. But let's see our last attempt here. All right, guys, let's see our last attempt here. Right now, Kawhi's 0 for 4. He got absolutely clipped there. And that's going to be wide open. So Kawhi goes 0 for 5. I believe 3 were opens, 2 were wide open. So again, the reason I'm doing the test this way, where I'm kind of running along the three-point line and shooting from pretty far, or not even really that far. A couple of them I was a little bit further off, just because that's typically where you'll see like better guards. They're gonna kind of 3-hunt like that. So you wanna be able to get through screens to contest them. So again, he is 0 for 5 with no Pick Dodger. So we're gonna give him bronze and see if we do a little bit better there. All right, guys, so Kawhi went 0 for 5 in getting through the screens with no pick dodger, which is kind of expected against Gold Brick Wall. So let's see if he's kind of able to get through any at all with bronze pick dodger. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what he does. First one here. And I'm able to easily get it off. Again, don't mind my timing, but it was open because he didn't get through the screen. So we are going to call that 0 for 1 for Kawhi. Second attempt here. And I greened it, which again, we're not going off to what I make, but he did get a lightly. So I'm going to call that a 1 for Kawhi. So it's 1 for 2. Again, any type of contest he gets means he got through the screen well enough. So that's going to be a 1 for him. So 1 for 2 for Kawhi right now. All right, so 1 for 2 right now. Let's see our third try. And Kawhi went right through and got a heavy that time. So he is going to be 2 for 3. So far he had 1 heavy, 1 lightly, and 1 open. So 2 for 3 for him right now. So bronze is already looking way better than just not having pick dodger at all. All right, so he's 2 for 3. Let's see our next one here. Believe that's going to be an open. Yeah, so he's 2 for 4. Yeah, again, that was an open shot. Let's see what our last one here looks like. And he got a lightly. So he finishes 3 for 5, which isn't bad. Again, kind of all over the place with his contests. 2 are opens, which were his 2 losses. 2 lightlies and 1 heavy. So 3 for 5 definitely isn't bad. So again, against Gold Brick Wall, he only had pick dodger on bronze. So let's go ahead to silver now, though. Well, he'll have 83 perimeter defense and 75 agility. All right, guys. So bronze actually looked pretty decent. He went 3 for 5 against that Gold Brick Wall. He got he got 1 heavy and 2 lightlies, and the other 2 are open. But let's see what silver looks like. Maybe it'll be even better. All right. So first one here. Let's see what it looks like. And he got absolutely clipped. So that is going to be 0 for 1 for Kawhi on silver. Again, that was a wide open. Yeah, he got absolutely clipped. So bad start for Kawhi right there. All right, second attempt here. And again, right through, and I get an open. So terrible start for Kawhi as he goes 0 for 2 and gets clipped again. Again, same thing we've been doing the other 2 tests. So he just happened to get clipped. But let's see our third attempt here. And Kawhi literally didn't even get bothered to be touched by a screen there. So he's going to be 1 for 3. That's going to be an easy win for him. All right, so Kawhi's 1 for 3. Let's see our 4th try here. And he gets a lightly there, so that's going to be a 1 for him. So he's going to be 2 for 4. All right, guys, so it's 2 for 4 right now. Let's see what our last attempt here looks like. We're either going to tie bronze or do worse than bronze. So let's see. And he did not get bothered by a screen there at all. Another heavy. So yeah, we finished 3 for 5, which is the same as bronze. Actually, I believe the only difference with silver was instead of 2 lightlies and 1 heavy, we had 2 heavies and 1 lightly. So slightly better in that regard, but still 3 for 5 in total. So we're gonna go ahead onto gold pick dodger now. Where Kawhi will have 90 perimeter and 79 agility. All right, guys. So now we're at that gold pick dodger with those attribute thresholds being 90 perimeter and 79 agility. Yeah, bronze and silver, I mean, both look pretty decent and very similar to each other, going 3 for 5 against that gold brick wall. So yeah, let's see if maybe gold takes a step up here or if we're gonna get more of the same. All right, guys, first screen here. Let's see how this gold pick dodger looks. And he did not even get touched by it. He got a very tight there, so that's going to be 1 for 1 for Kawhi to kick things off. All right, so Kawhi's 1 for 1. Let's see our second attempt here. And I'm able to get an open there, so that's going to be 1 for 2. He is able to recover there, and he gets a tight, so he is 2 for 3. All right, he's 2 for 3 right now. Let's see our 4th try. And he's able to get a lightly that time, so he's going to be 3 for 4. And he gets a tight on me. Looked like he got hit there for a second, but I guess he did not get hit enough. So he finishes 4 for 5. Again, so gold looked pretty good there. I believe he had 3 reds and 1 lightly, and then the 1 loss was an open. So gold did make a pretty big difference there, but we will now go on to Hall of Fame, where he'll have 97 perimeter and 85 agility. All right, guys, so gold looked pretty good, going 4 for 5 against the gold brick wall. Again, I believe it 3 heavies and 1 lightly, so, and then the 1 open, which was his loss, which looked pretty good. But now we are at Hall of Fame Pick Dodger, so we have that 97 perimeter, 85 agility. Let's see if that's even better. All right, so first attempt here with Hall of Pick Dodger. And he just stuck right to me like glue. That is a big red right there. So he is going to easily go to 1 for 1. That time too, he's so close to me. He's not even getting touched. That is giving him very tight and making me shoot fadeaway. So he is 2 for 2. And right off the bat, Hall of Fame is looking substantially better. Yeah, again, guys, he is not even touching the screen at this point. So that is going to be 3 for 3. Let's see our 4th one. Okay, we break through there for an open. So he is now 3 for 4. And he definitely dodged that pick. I couldn't even get anything off. So he finished 4 for 5. And to me, Hoff looked pretty good. I mean, 4 of those were heavies. He just happened to get hit by 1. So 4 for 5. Again, finishing the same as gold there. I think the only difference was 1 was a lightly instead of a heavy with gold. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and test Legend now. Well, he'll have 99 perimeter and 92 agility. All right, guys. So again, we went 4 for 5 on gold in Hall of Fame Pick Dodger. Now we're at Legend. So let's see, maybe we could go 5 for 5, or if we're going to get 4 for 5 again, or maybe even lower, you never know. But only one way to find out. And he did not even touch him. That's going to be an easy 1 for 1 for Kawhi. I mean, I put the screen right next to him, and he basically just phased through it, and it made me shoot a fadeaway because of how much he didn't hit the screen. So that's going to be an easy 1 for 1 for Kawhi. Second try here. And we actually break through that time and get an open. So we're going to call that 1 for 2. So there goes it being 5 for 5. Because, yeah, I was able to just score. We're not even scored, just getting open against Legend Pick Dodger, which didn't really see coming. Third try. Yeah, I mean, he stuck to me right there pretty well. Barely even touched the screens, and it gave him a red contest. So that's going to be 2 for 3. Yeah, and he didn't even touch it again that time, so that is going to be 3 for 4 for Kawhi, a very tight there. Let's see our last one here if we're going to tie gold or Hall of Fame, or maybe we don't. Let's see. But yeah, right now we're 3 for 4. Yeah, and the screen literally didn't rattle him at all. Again, another red, so that's 4 for 5. And that will conclude our test, guys. So just to recap, with no Pick Dodger, Kawhi went 0 for 5. We shot an open or wide open every single play. Yeah, so you're definitely going to want Pick Dodger in something. Bronze and silver both went 3 for 5, which is okay. I mean, 60% of the time they got a contest. And then gold, Hall of Fame, and Legend, we finished 4 out of 5 for all 3. Now, gold and Hall of Fame were slightly different 4 for 5 in my opinion. Gold had more lightlies, where I believe Hoff was all heavy contests. Hall of Fame and Legend to me, though, were very similar. So I would say if you're a lock and you really are focused on just getting contests in general, I would say go Hoff actually in this case. Now, typically if 2 go 4 for 5, I tell you to go the lower of the 2. But just because Hoff gave me 4 out of the 5 being heavies, I really like that. So I'm going to say go Hoff, 97 perimeter and 85 agility, which is high. Again, it is close for me, guys, between Hoff and gold. For me personally, I would go Hoff if I was a lock. you could also go gold. Say you say, Mark, you know, I don't want to sacrifice that much. Is gold still good? Gold is still very good in itself. You'll just probably have more lightlies time to time than heavies, which is fine. Again, it is easier for people to green lightlies than heavy, but it's really all up to your own personal preference. So for gold, you still need 90 perimeter and 79 agility. So yeah, not as high as Hoff, but yeah, I think the trade-off there is pretty fair. I wouldn't go legend. To me, legend and Hall of Fame are pretty much the same. So wouldn't do legend. Bronze and silver to me, again, if you're gonna be the lock guarding against screens a lot, I just think it'll be too inconsistent. Same thing with no pick dodger. So to me personally, I would say Hoff. Wouldn't be mad if you went with gold. Those are my 2 recommendations to you guys. So appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of my team content on there, and I'm out.